In this video, I'm going to show you and backtest one full month of price action using the easiest liquidity trading strategy you'll ever see. The results, they might surprise you considering how simple the strategy is. In fact, it is so straightforward and simple that even if you're a complete beginner, you can start applying it today. Let's start. So the first thing that I want to say is that this is the video that I explained the full strategy. So go and look for this title. It is the very last video that I uploaded, so the only liquidity trading strategy you'll ever need, and I really mean it by that. Now if you go and apply it on gold, but before that, let's just take a quick look and let me just give you a quick overview of the strategy. So the whole logic of the strategy, it's only based on one rule, and it is the closure versus no closure. What does that mean? If we close above a swing high or swing low and sometime over a key level or over a range, that means we are about to displace. We are breaking out, so we have a continuation. When we have no closure, which means that we fail to close above that specific high or low, that means we will have reversal, most likely. So the whole strategy here is very simple, and it is based on this specific concept, closure versus no closure. Now we're going to be looking at specific timing, 20 to midnight, 2 to 5, and 7 to 10. These are the session. This is Asia, this is London, and this is New York. So we have three different sessions. Now when we fail to displace above a specific session high or low, or the range in general, that means we could have a reversal. When we displace, most likely we have a continuation, or at least in our situation, we don't have a trading opportunity. So this is how we understand. Now, for example, we have Asia high here. You see it's the highest high in between these timings, and this is the lowest low in between these timings. When we look at the high and low, we can notice that we fail to close above this specific high. That means we are about to reverse, and we can take advantage of that. It is that simple. Now the low of London is here, and here we fail to displace. That means this is a trading opportunity. Sometime we're just gonna displace, and based on the specific strategy, we have no trading opportunity. So potentially you could have a trade on London and trade in New York. Sometime only in London, sometime only in New York, sometime on both. And when we give the entry, we actually have three types of entries. So the first one would be the candle entry. The second one would be the imbalance or fair value gap entry. And the third one would be the edge model, which is the strategy. And this one is a specific and exclusive to the Edge School members. So only Edge School members can use this one, but these are enough for you. If you want more precise entries, then yeah, feel free to check out Edge School. So candle entry means that when we have the weakness here, we see price failing to close above, and then opposite color candle closing, we can take the candle entry. If we go below and create an imbalance, we can take the imbalance. Edge model is another thing. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the chart, and now we're at the beginning of August. Okay, what we're gonna do is start from July 1st, and we're gonna actually backtest a month of a mechanical trading strategy and see how it goes. So this is my personal one. It's a gift from me to you, and the whole video here is a gift from me to you. You're gonna get used to this strategy, and you're gonna know immediately that either you have a trading opportunity or no trading opportunity. And how does that look? So from the first look here, I know that there are no trading opportunities. I mean, this is in hindsight, but in real time, it's going to be the same. Why is that? The high of Asia here was taken immediately when the session ends. Most likely when we have something like this, that means we have no trading opportunity for that specific session. So if we have Asia just like this, and it ends here, and immediately price goes lower and takes the low of Asia, then most likely we have no trading opportunity, because we want the sweep to be exactly in the timing of the other session. So a sweep of one session on the timing of the other session. All right, so the indicators, everything is on the other video. Now what we're going to be doing is, okay, no trading opportunity here, nothing here, and nothing here. The next day here, This is July 1st. What happened is price still being inside of the Asian range and London starts here. This is a trading opportunity. So we take one trade. If we have a trade after, which I can see here, that after that we have a trade on New York. If I see and I get a trade on London, this is going to be the only trade I take. Okay, so the London is the highest probability trade. After that comes New York. So if I have one on London, I will take this one and I'll stick with it. Now what happened is a sweep. Did we close below that specific level here, which is the Asia low? Not really. And then we close higher. That means I can take a trade here. And for this video, and in my personal opinion, what I do is I use an ATR stop loss, and this indicator here is already explained on my video of the indicators. So we add the ATR value below the low, and this is optional, but it saved me a lot of times from getting stopped out. So this is the entry, and then targeting what? 3 to 1. So do we get actually exactly 3 to 1 here? Now what we're gonna do also is take 3 to 1. So either we take -1, which is a stop loss, or +3, which is 3 reward. So if we are risking 1%, either you take -1% or 3%. So this one is obviously a winner. No trade here. So that is a winner. And we're also gonna look at the maximum reward to risk that we could get. Do we have a trading opportunity here? Not really, because immediately just before London starts, we already close above and then we close below here. So no trading opportunity here. Here we have Asia. Okay, same thing, no trade at Asia. And then no trade at London too. So no trade for this day. Here, Asia low is here and it's taken immediately after. Now there is a bug in the indicator here, but simply the low is here. Okay, and it was taken immediately after. The low here, there's some situation where I'd be taking this. And why? Because we only close one trade below and then we immediately close above. So this could be, if it's a closure on the 15-minute, this could be a 30-minute wick, right? But for the specific strategy for today, we're gonna skip this. Now, no trading opportunity. We only had one. And if I label this, this is going to be +3R. All right, so we go to the next one. And so no trade here. Even for this one, we take the high and we close above it. For this day, the low was taken, but the high was taken exactly at London. So potentially we have a trading opportunity. And you see, we did not close above and we closed lower. So we have one type of entry, which is the candle entry, and stop loss goes at the ATR. That is one entry. And do we get 3 to 1? Yes, very easily. That is one trade. What is another trade or another entry, which is the imbalance? So 50% of the imbalance, we go short from here, same stop loss, and then 3 to 1. So if you go 3 to 1, yes, also simply 3 to 1. Now, if we go maximum reward to risk, that's going to be 7 to 1. So that is +3R, and then it could have gotten to 7 to 1. All right. Now, next day here, what happened is we also stayed inside of the Asian range and it was taken here on London. And as I said, the London sweep is the best. What happened is we failed to close below. So if you notice, actually sweep here, we close above. That is our trade. Now ATR, and you see I'm not skipping anything. I'm following the rules to the tick. So you know what I'm doing exactly, and you know that I'm not gonna skip anything just because it's a loser or it's a winner. We're gonna backtest 1 full month of this. Now 3 to 1 simply, yeah. But let's test how much does it go to. How much reward to risk does it go to? So this is, it looks like the highest point. Probably no one will ever catch the high here, but we're just testing and following, you know, just seeing what's the potential of these setups that we're going to be taking. So this one is 21 to 1, a huge one. All right, so we're just going to leave it just like this. Do we have another trade idea? Okay, nothing here. Now London. Now the next day we have Asia high taken and then close below. So that is a trading opportunity too. Stop loss goes at the ATR, which is just right here. Now, in this situation, we might be stopped out here, actually. We might be stopped out. So if you were stopped out, then yeah, that is minus to 1. And it did not reach 3 to 1. So this is actually a stop out. This is actually, yeah, that is a loss. If we take it here, minus 1R. Now, what I notice here is that if you get out here, and then what happened is a sweep of this London high in New York, you could take this one here, only if you were stopped out. So that is your stop loss at the ATR. And do you get 3 to 1? Yes, so very easily 3 to 1. And so 3R, and it gives you a maximum of 4 reward to risk. The next one, if we go this day, we have a Asia sweep on London, not really. Another sweep, not really. So no trading opportunity here. Do we have anything here actually? Because there is a bug here. So this is the timing. This is the high, and this is the low. Okay, so we actually close above and then close lower. That is the same situation when I said that you can take it, but for this specific strategy, we're gonna pass it. So no trading opportunity here. And we're just going into the middle of the month now. So here, no trading opportunity, and same thing here, nothing. Sometimes it goes like this, where the sweep happens slightly after, but if you stick to probabilities, you're not gonna need these ones, okay? Because overall, they're gonna end up in more losses. Now for this one here, no trade on London, no trade on London, but it looks like we have a trade on New York. Now, one rule that I follow is that I want to see the sweep happening, because I noticed something here is this is the low, and the sweep happened at what time? 9:45. So just before New York ends. Now, when I have this, I want the sweep to happen just before the session ends, or maybe you just add it, so at 10 a.m. and then the closure, you know, within 1 hour of that sweep. So for this one, even though the closure happened after the kill zone, it still worked. I can still take it. And then we take the ATR, stop loss here, and it looks like, yeah, 3 to 1. So 3 to 1. And if we take the maximum reward to risk, it is 6 to 1. Okay, so that is a good one. Now we go to the next one here. The sweep happened just before London starts. So this could have been a valid one only if this was happening at 2 a.m. But in this case, not 2 a.m. So we're gonna pass this one. And this one, the low was taken outside of the kill zone, so no trade for this day. Now here, same thing. The low was taken just before, and no trade for this day. Also no trade on New York. For this one, the high of Asia is this here, and no trade, as well as here, no trade. And we have 10 days more, and it looks like we're having very nice and impressive results. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 winners and only 1 loser. Now we were here, no trade. This looks like a trade. Okay, so if you notice, what happened is, okay, so this one is a bit confusing. The sweep happened just before, so as per our rules, we don't take this one. And then the closure happened just 50 minutes after, but I'm not gonna consider this. If we, if you take it for any reason, I think this one is going to be a huge one. So stop loss goes below and it's still a winner, and then price immediately flying up, but we're gonna pass this one because it does not fit the rule. One of the rules is missing, is that the sweep happened slightly before. Now for this one, no trade as well, and this one, no trade as well. And here, same thing. Actually, it happened here 30 minutes before, and you see, it was a stop loss. So overall, if you stick and trust the probabilities and pass some of the trades that do not fit the rules, you're gonna still have success with this. No trade here, and it looks like we have no trade here. I hope that I'm not missing any trade. If I was missing any trade, you can leave me a comment, but genuinely I'm just looking at the price action and seeing if there is something worth it here. Now for this one, it looks like we have a trade because Asia, the bug here on the indicator, Asia is from here. So if I take a rectangle here and then draw it on the Asia lowest low and highest high. You see, swept here and then close below. Now, this is the same thing here. The sweep happened slightly before and then closing lower. So the entry would have been here, but sticking to the rules, same as the trades that we skipped. This is not a valid trade. Okay, so we're gonna pass this one, even though it looked very perfect. Okay, no trade on New York, and here, so here we close above, so no trade on London and no trade on New York for this day. And we just have a few days left. I just want to, the purpose of this is to teach you two things. The pattern recognition skill is that after some time, after practicing one simple thing, you can immediately see what is happening. The other thing is, I want to show you how sometimes a very simple trading strategy, a very simple pattern can, be better than something very complicated and complex. If I take this price action leg and from here to here, and then look at every single fair value gap, every single breaker block, every single mitigation block, every single liquidity level, every single order block, you're gonna get confused. So sometimes the simple thing actually wins and can make you money. For this one, this is Asia high, and we take it after London low. It's taken here, so no trade for this day, and no trade for this day, obviously, and no trade for this day. So we're done, I think. Yeah, we're done for this one. And here the sweep happened. Also, this is the start of August, but it's also not valid because the high was taken just before London starts, so this is not valid. And yeah, so these are the trades that we have. Only few trades, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there are a lot of other trades that we passed. Now if we calculate these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 winners and only 1 loser. So what we have at the end is 4 winners, 1 loser, 12 reward, and then -1 reward. So if we take about percentage here, risking 1%, that is going to be 11 reward, 11% for the month, and that is huge. That is huge, especially that we pass a lot of other trades. And I actually do believe that if we apply that specific rule, which is the sweep just before London starts, we will be still profitable, and we might actually make much more because one winner is 3R and a loser is only -1. Now calculating also the maximum reward to risk, this is only 3, this is 7, this one is 20, this one is 4, and this one is 6. It can give us a maximum reward to risk of 40%. It can give us a maximum reward to risk, actually maximum reward of 40. So you can actually get much more than 12 to 1 if you were able to hold a bit longer, maybe trail your stop loss. So this is huge. Just given, taking 1 month, and these are the results, that is huge. The goal of this is just to show you how sometimes you gotta keep your strategy and your setup a bit more easier to spot, a bit more simpler. Okay, why? Because that's gonna make your pattern recognition skill better. You can recognize your pattern much easier. That's it for the video. Hopefully you guys learned something new. Make sure to check my community. It's cool if you want to take your trading to the next level. If you want to learn my strategy, the one strategy that I apply after 7 or 8 years of trading. That's it for today, and I'll see you in the next video.